We have now learned that Donald and Melania Trump received their COVID vaccines at the White House in January, but kept it secret. I will talk a little bit about why it's believed that they kept it secret. But unfortunately, I think there is no way to deny that Donald and Melania Trump keeping their COVID vaccinations secret for months led to some deaths that could have been prevented. And I'll explain why momentarily. CNN reporting that Trump and Melania received the COVID-19 vaccine in January. This is per a Trump advisor talking to CNN. It wasn't clear which of the vaccines they received. It wasn't clear how many doses they received. And this was something that the question of this came up, and it came up on my stream on Sunday as we were covering Donald Trump's CPAC speech. Donald Trump said everybody should get the vaccine. And of course, his goal in saying that was a political goal in taking credit for the vaccine, saying, hey, I got us the vaccine. Everybody should get it. This immediately raised the question, as Donald Trump told the audience, the vaccine is very unpainful, unusual choice of terms, but it's Trump. OK, it raised the question, did Trump get the vaccine? We know Joe Biden did. Trump even mentioned it, saying my work on vaccines got Joe a vaccine. And the question became, did Trump get the vaccine? In December, the White House said Trump wasn't going to be given a vaccine until it was recommended by the White House medical team, and that Trump was still receiving the benefits of that antibody treatment he got when he had COVID-19, and that was that. We've now learned that Trump accepted the vaccine while still president at the White House in January. No public fanfare, no public announcement. And now the question is, could lives have been saved if it had been publicly known that Trump had been vaccinated? I believe that the answer is yes. We won't ever know how many, and we won't ever be able to point to who. But one of the most vaccine hesitant groups in the country is Republicans. We previously spoke about how folks without college degrees, Black folks, and Republicans are the three most anti-COVID vaccine groups in the country for different reasons. Republicans have much of their opposition or lack of interest in the COVID vaccine based in the constant disinformation that came from Donald Trump's White House, that this isn't that serious and that we can get back to normal without a vaccine, and so on and so forth. So there's no doubt that there are, can we say thousands? Could we say tens of thousands of Republicans who did not get vaccinated? Had they known Trump had been vaccinated in January, many of them would have gotten a vaccine. And simply statistically speaking, some of them got COVID and died because they didn't get the vaccine, and they would have had they known Trump had gotten it and was saying in January, everybody should get it, instead of waiting until February 28th to say everybody should get it. We won't know exactly how many. We won't know exactly who, but there is no question that this is the latest action by Donald Trump that caused some deaths that could have been prevented. We now have a study which suggests 40% of the COVID deaths during the Trump presidency were due to bad policy. Of course, we were going to have many deaths. This ravaged just about every country in the world. But 40% of them were because of bad management by the federal government and by state governments as well. Certainly Trump keeping his vaccine a secret for months only made that even worse. We will have more coverage of this on the David Pakman Show Instagram. Find us there at David Pakman Show. One of our sponsors is Privacy, a free service that protects your credit and debit card. I use Privacy every time I buy something online. I installed the app on my phone and the Privacy desktop browser extension. Now, when I pay for anything, Privacy autofills a virtual credit card number. The money's taken out of my bank account. I don't have to give out my real card number or banking info to anyone. You can create and delete the virtual cards anytime. I especially love it for free trials because I can destroy the virtual card number as soon as I give it to the company, and I know I won't be charged in the future. Privacy also has a feature called Shared Cards, which makes it easy to split payments with friends. Parents can manage a virtual card for their kid with spending limits. Businesses can manage virtual cards for employees to use for company expenses. There are premium plans available, but Privacy's regular service is totally free to use. And right now they'll give you $5 just for signing up when you go to privacy.com/Pakman. The link is underneath this video.